you still like him?
He still looks cute. I still like him for that.
Even though he fails at catching cockroaches?
Hey guys, welcome back to Lifestyle of the Plebe and Nameless. I'm Joan.
And I'm Coco. And this is Bunny. She came to join us today.
We're doing episodes 3 and 4 of Business Proposal. And wow, I gotta say, this K-drama moves faster than normal ones.
So much happens in episode 3.
Yes, the plot is really moving.
Before we get started, if it's your first time here, welcome to our channel. And hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more business proposal videos from us.
Starting with episode 3, her lips are still on his.
And he didn't look like he minded, right?
Must be his first kiss.
Was okay with it. That's crazy. If it's his first kiss ever. But she was mortified. And she was so flustered, she knocks him out. She headbutts him. Like, how hard did you hit him with your head? I couldn't believe he was just passed out.
It must have hurt.
He said the next day he was so dizzy that he had to miss out on all these appointments. That bad. So he blackmails her into signing the contract? What? That's illegal, right?
Like, the terms aren't fair either.
Yeah, you have to pay back 100 times what he's paying you. She signs this illegally because she's under coercion.
In addition to that, he gives her a fake identity. Her parents.
Doctors and lawyer and a med school brother.
He's like, I've given you an ordinary background. Just average.
And she's like, what? This is average. I was surprised she was taking it so seriously, though. He was like, you need to study all this. And she actually goes and studies it.
And then he quizzes her, and she fails on the first question, which is their anniversary date.
So she couldn't have been studying that hard.
But then she asks him back, like, oh, how did we first meet?
He didn't know. The grandpa is obviously going to ask that. So he's driving her home, and she falls asleep on the ride. And he catches her head in his hand. But then he gets startled, so he pushes her.
I was like, ouch.
She knocks her head. And what is that left on the window? Because he's staring at it after she left. Like, this smudge on the window?
Maybe her, like, foundation?
I feel like makeup wouldn't come off like that.
It was heavy makeup,
though. That was like a big smudge.
So at the food company, Hari's team, they're in need of a chef to work on their project. So she proposes to recommend her friend, the French chef.
Like, why are you trying to still help him? He friend-zoned you hard.
But they're still friends for so long. And plus, he's good looking.
Yeah.
The presentation was approved. She's so happy that she rushes to go see her friend at the restaurant. And guess what? She runs into him and his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, yes. That was so awkward.
Yeah, she, like, walks in on them while they're, like, trying to do stuff.
So he's not gay. He just still wants the ex back.
I felt like she got stabbed in her heart because she didn't know what to do whenever they saw her, and so she just, like, quickly ran outside. I guess that's what I would do too.
You would?
I would just run away. I'll be like,
you just run away?
I'll be like, excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do anything. Like, y'all continue. I'm
really? I would play it cool and get done with whatever business I came for.
Just a terrible day for her because she was trying to get on the bus and people pushed her out of the way.
That dude was so mean. Yes. Like, he knocked her over and all her papers go flying. He doesn't even help her. He just is like, I'm sorry, and runs off. Who does that?
So inconsiderate. And
her phone falls into the sewers?
Right whenever Taemu tries to call her. That's like the last person she wants to hear on the phone.
But how did she get her phone back the next day?
Yeah, that was my question, because they never showed that.
It was in the sewers with the grate. Like, how did she get her phone? Like, you couldn't fit your hand down there.
Maybe someone got like a stick to, like, hook it up. Or like a wire.
Anyway, so she gets her phone back somehow and realizes that Dino Bird called her last night.
And Dino Bird was so nice. Is that what we're calling him now? Dino Bird?
No.
But Dino Bird was so nice. Like, even though he heard her crying, like, he didn't mutter a word whenever he was on the other line. Like, he kind of just, like, stayed there and listened. Yeah. And the next day, whenever she asked him about it, he was like, oh, like, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, he played it off. That was sweet. He didn't want it to be awkward for her. So Taemu goes home and sees their grandpa doing a face mask. A cat face mask. Oh my god, is that not the cutest thing ever?
I want a grandpa like that.
He's so cute. And he's so hip. He's like with it.
Yes.
With it.
And he loves the drama that he's watching. Him and Taemoo, they see the kiss scene happen.
Yeah.
The same exact kiss scene.
How does that happen? The same thing, like her lips on his lip.
And you see Taemoo just get flustered. He's like,
oh
my god. That's why I thought that it was his first kiss.
Wow, what a way to have your first kiss. Have someone fall on it.
And get knocked out afterwards. The best friend, since she doesn't want to get married, she moves out and finds herself an apartment right next door to the assistant.
The coincidences in the show.
I love it. They're just meant to be together.
Joan loves all the coincidences.
She's making big noises and big movements while moving her stuff in and all the new furniture.
She was a little noisy.
Yeah, and I was like, girl, like, really? You're gonna spend all this money?
I was surprised because she's saying she's broke, but I mean, she has a good job at the dad's company. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Why is she broke? She's always been just spending her daddy's money. She should have money of her own.
She should have savings.
She buys this ginormous couch. Like, was that really necessary?
It wasn't.
You're living by yourself. Why you need such a big couch, woman?
She doesn't even have a dining table.
No, because she bought the couch. The couch is now her dining table, her bed, everything.
But she finds a cockroach running across the floor and she freaks out.
She asked the neighbor to come over to help.
He's scared of cockroaches too.
I mean, I'm scared. I don't blame anyone for being scared of cockroaches because they're scary looking.
He's just like spraying around it. I'm like, dude.
That's so pointless. And he uses the whole bottle.
I was a little bit worried for them because like those kind of things is like a little bit toxic too,
and
right?
the food is right there.
Exactly.
So obviously she can't eat that anymore. Do you still like him?
He still looks cute. I still like him for that.
Even though he fails at catching cockroaches?
Yeah.
That's a very important trait in a boyfriend. Like, they need to be able to handle the bugs for you.
He did.
No, he failed.
Just mediocrely.
He was awful.
The best friend still wants to have close connections with the assistant.
She still wants to hook up with him.
Yes.
That's what it was.
He just rejects her. He's like, you scammed my boss. I don't think we should be having, like, close connections.
Yes, you're dead to me now.
Like, this is inappropriate.
That was a little hard.
I know.
I was like, man, he got some loyalty there.
Hari has to go on her contract dates.
The first contract date.
To meet the grandpa. And it was so funny because the grandpa mistakes Taemu's girlfriend for the hostess. But then Hari shows up and the grandpa was like a little bit not too satisfied because of the way she dressed.
And all her makeup.
Yeah, it was very heavy. I was wondering if she was gonna change like her style a little bit just to meet the parents, you know, or like the grandparents.
Yeah.
But she didn't.
Well, I was kind of surprised because I figured Taemoo would be paying for all her clothes.
Yeah.
Because how can she afford all these nice clothes to look like someone else, you know?
Yeah. I was actually surprised she had that many outfits.
Oh, I know where all these clothes are all coming from. It's from all those dates that she had to go on for her friend. Because every time she goes on blind dates, the friend does a makeover for her and gives her all these clothes. I'm assuming.
But they're all of the similar style, though.
Yeah, because her friend works for one label.
Oh,
that's her
true.
company. So it's all that style.
That could be.
That's in my head. That's what it is.
The grandpa starts asking them questions about their relationship, like how they broke up and how they get back together.
And she was doing a good job answering. I was like, man, you're knocking it out of the park.
Except for one point whenever she brought up about the rain. Taemoo doesn't like rain for some reason.
I'm thinking that's how his parents died, was on a rainy day or something.
The grandpa, very satisfied with her, invites her to dessert.
Because she's endearing. And then go get red bean buns.
It looks so good. Like, it was so soft and steamy.
And that whole setting, too, by the ocean.
And I was, like, inside a tent.
It's such a nice restaurant.
Except, I was a little bit confused because they were drinking rice wine with it.
Well, is the wine kind of sweet? What does it taste like?
It's rice wine.
I don't know rice wine. Never had it.
I've never had it either. And I wonder if it's hot too, because sometimes it's hot.
I thought it was tea, so I thought it was like a teapot with hot tea in it.
Hari, she was gonna get up and she drops her bag again. I feel like she's always dropping stuff.
Yes. She's just a clumsy person, like knocking people out, dropping things.
Leaving things.
Yeah.
And Taemu walks in because he has plans for the rest of the day. Like, he's got to go to meetings. And the grandpa tells him, how dare you not take this girl to the concert?
And Taemu was like, what? What concert? I didn't even know about this.
The grandpa, he's so nice. He goes and, like, drops them off at the concert.
Because he's, like, stalking them. He's making sure this relationship goes full steam ahead. He wants those grandkids.
So they're forced to go to the concert. And, I mean, the songs are really nice. Yeah. It was the theme song of the drama. And I really liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, the band that was singing it. Halfway through, they do a drawing. And it's like fan service from the band. And he happens to pull out Hari's. And her best friend kind of gave her a shout out saying that, oh, I've met her for 7 years and I hope she comes to the concert with a guy that she likes.
That's kind of rude.
Yeah. Because what if she didn't come with someone
yes,
that she likes?
Right? That would just make her feel even worse about herself.
Like, I felt like it was kind of nice that she got a shout out, but like sad at the same time.
I don't like this chef guy who's supposed to be her friend.
So they sing a song for her.
She starts crying. And Taemu was so nice. He hands her his handkerchief. I love a guy who carries around handkerchiefs. That's so, like, gentlemanly. Nobody carries around handkerchiefs anymore.
Yeah, I don't think people do that anymore.
So nice. I like that about him.
I mean, there might be guys that carry around McDonald's napkins. Just kidding. After the concert, they're hungry, so they go to this food truck to order some tteokbokki, some rice cakes.
Oh, is that what that is? I didn't know what that was.
It looks so good. Like, I was so hungry looking at them.
And then, because she's clumsy, or things just always happen to her, a baseball comes flying at her face and knocks her down.
He was telling her to be careful, and it, like, just went straight at her. Oh my gosh. She got a huge black eye afterwards. She gives him the prize that they won at the concert. It was like 2 dolls.
It was so cute.
Really? I thought it was kind of creepy.
You thought the dolls were creepy?
Yeah.
I thought the dolls were cute. It had an aesthetic to it.
Now moving on to episode 4. She walks into work the next morning with an eye patch on her eyes, like a pirate.
But it was like a nice eye patch because it was nude color.
It was.
They should make all eye patches that color. The ones you buy at the store are black and it does make you look like a pirate.
Korea has it.
Yeah, why can't they sell that here at our CVS?
Korea's got the aesthetics right.
Why is she always running into him? Because like the best friend said, like he's the president. You're hardly ever going to see him.
He's so higher up.
And she sees him every day. Girl, you need to just change the time that you're going to work. Like, if you keep running into him at the same time every day, obviously just change your schedule.
Go in a little bit earlier.
Yes.
Or later.
So, it's food tasting day at work for their new product lineup. Taemu shows up, and everyone was flustered in the teams because they had no idea who was going to show up. And the guy researcher that works with Hari, he's such a kiss-up. He was like, well, Team 1 is always ready. We even have our chef here with us. And so Taemu is trying the food. The guy researcher, he's chewing like with him. Fake chewing. He's like... I was like, what are you doing? Why are you fake chewing?
Taemu really likes the kimchi ravioli. He basically gives him a thumbs up. Hari goes and visits the friend at his restaurant to tell him the good news. And he asked her about how the concert was and that how she probably went with her girl best friend.
See, he's so rude. Like, I don't like him.
He just blatantly assumes things about her.
Yes, that she can't get her own boyfriend.
Hari, she said that, well, actually, I went with a guy.
Ha!
And you could just see his face change. I'm wondering if that's like a turning point for him, like wanting Hari.
He doesn't deserve her at this point because just because she's with someone else and finally after 7 years you realize, oh, well, I don't want anyone to have her. No, you don't get her. You don't get her anymore.
He's just a weird guy, like with a weird personality.
Yeah, you had your chance. 7 years. You never took it.
But what's funny is that Taemu walks into the restaurant.
And Hari freaks out.
She like like grabs her stuff and she's like on the floor crawling out the door.
The chef calls Hari's phone. Taemu hears a ringtone. What is that? Like, it plays a song when you're calling someone else. And instead of the dial tone or whatever that you hear the music. Why don't we have that here?
That's kind of cool, actually.
Why, Apple, do you not give me that option? I want it.
In this episode, we also find out that the assistant and Taemu, they actually grew up together. The assistant was adopted from an orphanage.
Now we find out why he's so loyal to Taemu. He's basically the grandpa's grandson. Yeah.
He's like a brother to Taemu. And the grandpa was so funny because he made both of them come home for lunch. And he was like, I'm so lonely, always eating alone. Like, y'all need to come at least 2 times a week.
And Taemu is so mean. He says to him, don't you know eating alone's trendy right now? That's why our products sell so well. Savage.
The grandpa like looks at his phone and he finds out that Taemu and Hari's anniversary is coming up.
I was surprised how he didn't know because I thought that was the one thing that he quizzed Hari about. How did he go and forget again? But that was so sweet that grandpa was planning their whole anniversary.
Yeah, I want a grandpa like that. Like, he's so involved, you know?
Because he doesn't want Taemu to mess it up again and she dumps him.
Hari and her coworkers are having a filming day in the fields. And they're like throwing cabbages, right?
Ginormous cabbages.
Grandpa walks in on their filming. And Hari's like, oh my god, oh no. He's like, oh, someone's phone's here. So she hurries up and grabs it. But she was like not showing her face and everything. And the grandpa's like, man, she's so rude. Not even a thank you. It was Taemu that was calling her again. So she calls him back. And he purposely waits for like, you know, a few seconds before answering it. Why? Because he's salty like that. He's like, she didn't answer my call at first. I can't just pick it up immediately. On the other side, you see the grandpa and the male food researcher.
He's still trying to kiss up.
But the grandpa's like, my stomach's not feeling well. I need to use the restroom.
So the researcher guy tells him, have a good number 2. Who says that to their boss? Have a good number 2.
And he brings him to the bathroom stall, the only one.
That was just crazy. She should have just came out. Like, I don't know why she made such a big deal.
Yeah, because he's in a rush to use it anyway. It's not like he's going to look for her face.
Exactly.
He's like trying to go in. He's like, come on, please come out. I need to go. She comes out and he falls onto a bucket of cabbages in water.
Thank God. I thought he was going to break a hip.
He's so old. Like, he could. And I was so surprised that she didn't even try to grab him.
She thought about it and was going to, but then she was like, oh wait, no, I gotta cover my face. She's so selfish. That's bad.
But I was so surprised that he's okay, though.
Poor grandpa, he's gotta go to the clinic.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even get sympathy from Taemu. Taemu just calls him a hypochondriac. That's so mean. If he would have just seen how bad he fell, my back would be hurt. My back hurt for him watching it.
The grandpa was really sweet. He made Taemu bring some of the medicine that he got from the clinic to Hari. Yeah. And he asked to meet her, and she comes out
in a teddy bear suit
with a helmet, so he couldn't see her face.
That was so extra. And he also got her a gift. He got her that bruising medicine to help with her black eye. That was nice. And can I just mention how the teddy bear had earrings? The teddy bear had earrings. I don't even know why.
The aesthetics of this drama is on point. The next day is their anniversary. And he picks her up and brings her clothes shopping.
All the tropes come out on this date. Because the grandpa is very much into K-drama. So he does all the things you would do in a K-drama date. They have tea, they try on clothes, he buys her clothes.
I liked her blue outfit the most, though.
So you didn't think she should have gone with the white?
I like the blue, like, Chanel-looking outfit.
I actually liked her in that long dress. The second dress.
Oh, was it the very flowy one?
Yes.
That was my least favorite one.
That's my style. I like the long flowy dresses. And then they go on to the second trope, which is he buys off the restaurant for the night and they have a private dinner together.
But it's his grandpa's restaurant anyway.
Yes, he can do that, right.
They start talking and they bond over food.
Tae-moo actually cooked one of the things for her.
He's starting to fall for her. Because whenever he came out in that white outfit, his eyes just like...
I know, he's
opened
like,
up.
Ooh, white, bridal gown. He was thinking it.
Something falls onto the ground and she has to like pick it up.
Of course, because she's so clumsy.
And as she's coming down, she feels like her back rip. And he was so sweet. Like, he stands behind her to, like, cover it up. Such a gentleman.
And then they leave the restaurant and there's fireworks. Fireworks!
That's my favorite date.
The grandpa has pulled out all the stops for this date. He's so romantic.
I love the edits because they were just like shoo, 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 shoo.
And the heart-shaped ones. Oh, they're so pretty.
That would be like one of my ideal dates, is to like have fireworks.
Joan better find a rich man.
So he brings her home.
And she gotta leave something because she's clumsy. She's always dropping things, leaving things. She leaves her wallet in the car.
I was surprised he didn't even like open it.
Well, no, he was just gonna bring it back to her. But he sees the chef. So now all those wheels are spinning and everything falls into place now.
And then he opens up the wallet. He sees the name Hari. Bam, bam, bam.
I told you, Hari, you should have told him in the beginning. He wouldn't have minded then because he didn't have any feelings for you. But now he's starting to fall for her. Now he's hurt.
And it was such a good day, though. Why did it have to end on a bad note?
It was a perfect date. It was probably the best date that she'll ever have in her life.
I really like the past 2 episodes. I think they definitely moved really fast.
A lot happened.
Yes. And I can't wait to see him falling deeper and deeper for her.
I don't think he's falling for her now. He just got scammed.
Yeah, but then he's gonna, if he pretends to, like, not know and then try to continue with this to, like, get her back.
How would you get her back if you keep continuing with it?
Because he knows that she works for him.
Oh, okay, like make it awkward and show up in her department randomly?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, that would be so funny. Like, he'll make her, like, alternate between 2 identities.
Constantly, like, quick. Until she falters.
Yeah.
I can see that.
If you stay with us till this point, be sure to leave us a baseball emoji.
Who plays baseball like that in the park where all these people are walking around? That guy should be paying her medical bills. That was funny in the show how Tae-moo called up Hari and she said, oh no, I'm out on a work trip. He was confused. He's like, what kind of employer makes their employee work with an injured eye? And like, you're the employer. That was ironic.
I saw that, yeah. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up.
Hit that subscribe button to follow us for more reaction videos.
And turn on that notification bell to get all of our updates.
You can find us on Instagram at PLEB Nameless. We have lots of exclusive content for you there.
Thanks for watching. See you guys next time on Lifestyle of the Plebe and Nameless. Bye!